How about now? Anybody hearing me? How about now? Anybody? Oh, God. Okay. So let me try this again. I'm so sorry about that. It would have been nice if I added myself to my own stream. I wanted to share with you guys what Tiffany Marie is doing right now to try to discredit. She's sharing my shit, so go ahead and strike me. That's how I see it. Hold on, I gotta figure out how to do this again. All right. Can you still hear me?
Mind-blowing that Adrian forgot to mention Linda living close to Jean. I mean, she knew before others. I don't know. When I listened to that call, I could actually hear myself like, what? Like I was shocked in that moment to know that Adrian knew
Okay, are
and
you
never said
guys
a word.
hearing
That
my
was
screen?
really shocking. And
Can you guys hear the screen?
I was astounded that she wouldn't tell people.
So let's go.
Yeah.
I haven't
They did a
listened to this
live
yet, so
and
this is
she
like
went.
a react.
She's saying,
Okay, Chase Levis, if you find that, let me know. And I could always ask the other night where Crystal came up in the chat with the timestamp about you'll that. No.
All right.
She's uploaded some things in the last month. She was gone for a little while. All right. She put out a recording of Penny, a conversation with Jody Sue. And then there's this blackmail video with Jody Sue. But at the same time, she wants help from certain creators, but she also wants to bite their head off at the same time. So she'll argue with herself live.
Okay. I don't know what Tiffany Marie's talking about. I had tried to go to Cracking Cases with my information for the last 4 months. I have proof of that. They blocked me on Facebook after I sent them a message. I've posted things to grab their attention. You can go look at my videos. Benny would come in my comments and threaten me for posting things. Some of you guys in my chat or in my Facebook group, I have been posting proof of everything they've been doing the whole time that I have been off of YouTube. Okay? So the information's out there. If you go to my community post, court papers are in my community post. They don't look. They don't care to look, and they try to stop me. These are the same people that have been involved since the very beginning of Summer's case with Jody Sue in the background with Linda. So, I mean, she could talk, but let's listen.
Instead of trying to talk to people, she can't even have a conversation with herself in her own chat without being confrontational. So that's a problem. And I can't.
No, Tiffany Marie, I'm confrontational with you because you got on the internet and told people that I killed my sister's baby and allowed her to be on drugs and that it's my fault, which, by the way, her baby lived. That's none of your business. You and Jody Sue got on there, accused me of being married to Scott. We're laughing. You took the live down. I have a piece of it. Would you like to put that live back up, Tiffany Marie, so people can hear what you did to me? There's a reason for my hatred towards you, okay? You're an evil bitch. I have nothing to say to you at all. I don't care for you. I don't like you. And I'm confrontational with you because you're a bitch. Okay? Let's go.
Can't work with somebody like that or help them in any way. So, how do you work with somebody if they're so confrontational?
Well, she had a little airplane bottle of Sutter's house back in the back there. So
Did she?
yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was part of the problem.
That airplane picture is real, and it was on somebody's real Facebook page. I have the real picture, but it would be doxing to put it out. So I blurred it and made it legal for me to put out. It's a real airplane with real people that Yins have been coercing with on my page. Okay?
Maybe it was somebody else's in the house. I don't know.
There's so much here. Okay.
That's it.
Wow. And as you can see, she's pretty bent. And what she's doing is Crystal is going over the same stuff she was doing before that got her jammed up in court.
Right. The same stuff I was doing that got me jammed up in court. Tiffany Marie, would you like to read my court papers? You know what? Let me throw you a link. Let's have a conversation. But if you get shitty with me, I'm taking you off. That's all there is to it. The first time you try to overpower me on my panel, I'm off. Benny, if you want to come up, let me throw you a link. More than happy. Here. Hold on, guys. Come on, Tiffany. Come on, Benny. You want to talk about this? You want my thoughts? I'll give them to you. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go grab some water. I'm going to mute my mic just for a minute. That link's for Tiffany and Benny. They're welcome to come here. All right, I don't see them coming. Here, I'll share the link again. Come on, because I actually have a couple questions for the both of you. I'll talk nice. I have no reason to scream at all. Unless you give me one. Right, Becky. Hey, everybody. Welcome to chat. Sorry, short notice. I was sent a link to Tiffany Marie. I haven't really watched it yet. I put it on for 2 seconds. Truthfully, I really don't care what she's saying about me. I'm offering for her to come here right now and she can ask me whatever she wants to ask me and I'll answer what I can. No, I'm not going to her panel. This is my information. She's talking about me. They want to talk, they can come here to my home. This is not, hell no. They want to talk to me. Benny wants to pick my thoughts. He said the other night he wanted to pick my thoughts on talking to Jody Sue. Let's do it. Yeah, they're live, Lucy Cat. Well, somebody go in her chat and said I offered them a link to come here. Both of them. Just them two. Because we're going to do this right now. I'm getting this out in the open with them. I've had it. Like, Tiffany's done some really, really hurtful things to me. Her and Jody Sue have that live where they were talking like they were best friends. Like besties forever. Trashing me. Telling me I'm killing members of my family. And it was horrible. Some of you might have heard it. If you heard it and you have it downloaded, I'd really like a copy of it. There's a lot of like reasons I don't like her. I just don't like her. And I don't have to do nothing under her terms. If she wants to talk to me, if Benny wants to talk to me, I'm right here. Come on, guys. All it is they're creating diversions because they all had parts in this game. If, in my opinion, my theory about the fairy tale is true. I didn't say it is. There are things that connect that sound funny. What it is they are bullying me to put information out that I'm going to put the information out. I'm doing it on my own time. It's already been turned in to where it needs to be turned into. Okay? Tiffany, you hearing that? I am in no rush. It's my content. What is important will come out on my terms. And it ain't like the whole conversation was about this. So it's none of your business. Well, she can't hear me. She can hear me if she comes to my panel. I threw her a link. That's all I could do. Here we go. No, too bad, Sheila. I'm just going to get off, is what's going to happen. And they're going to miss their opportunity to grill me. I don't have to go to her channel. If she wants to talk to me, she can come here. I went live. I'm giving them the opportunity to do so. So let's do this. That's all. Um, they timed you out. Reap what you sow. That's awful. See, that's what I'm saying. If you don't follow what they say, they immediately attack, time out. They don't want to hear other people's opinions. Tiffany and Benny think they run YouTube. I've been trying to do nothing but make amends all week with Benny. So I don't know. I thought he'd get it. I didn't want to work with Benny, but I did want to get my information to him. It's out there. Other people are researching it. They can connect it. No, I'm not yet. Right. If they're. Oh, my son's calling. Give me 1 minute, please, guys. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm sorry. It's my mother's birthday and she's really sick. My son wants to call her. He needs her phone number. So, 1 second. I apologize. All right. Sorry about that. He's chatty. He wants me to take my granddaughter this weekend. Okay, so yeah, what's going on here? Crystal, you knew TM was live and dropped the link for you, so please go over there. No. Why would I? I'm not going to get out what I have to say if I go on her panel. She's going to mute me. She's going to scream and yell and talk over me and demand I give answers. We're not doing that. I'm not putting myself in that situation. So she can come here and we can talk. Like, this is childish. Or we cannot talk at all. It's up to her. In the meantime, would anybody else like to come up and talk? Right, Lucy Cat. If they are questioning me, they should come here. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where they can make me look horrible. It doesn't make sense. You got to be crazy if you think I'm going up on her panel. I control it this time. Sorry, Tiffany. She can come here. So, how's the weather, guys? Because I'm sitting here waiting for her to come on. Come on, Tiff. Come on, Tiffany. Benny. They're ridiculous. Seriously, childish. Right. Jam 420. They are ruthless. And I'm not going to deal with that. They're not going to chop things I say up and. Yeah, it's cold here too. 34. It's actually pretty warm. It was cold. Cold as TM. Love it. Love it. Love it. Laced in chains. I just explained that I am not going on Tiffany's panel. I have a link for her. She is welcome to come up onto my panel. I will not go to her channel and talk to her. I understand they're requesting me, Veronica. Yep. Do I have any mods? I can't see. Let me grab my phone. Oh, who's modding? Anybody? Nope. Jam 4. Nah. I don't even want a wrench. Fuck it. She can come here. Listen, let the haters hate. That's right. I am standing my ground. I don't have to go over there. They're not my boss. I'm not Linda, and I'm not going to be screamed at. Luda, I understand. I am invited to Tiffany Marie's panel. However, I am not going on her panel. Okay? I would like them to join me over here. I gave a link. I'll do it again. This is the third time I put it on, but I'm going to control the narrative while talking to them. They're not going to control my narrative. No way. I need to add a wrench. D, do you want a wrench for me? No, that ain't even a D, I thought. Never mind. I don't even want a wrench. Just let the haters in there. I'll block them later. I'll read it. Yeah, Jam. That would be awesome. Let me go find you. Hold on, I gotta make sure. No, you have a bird. Oh. Are you able to put your link in the comments? Yeah, Becky, I'm not bowing to her. She's out of her mind. Angie's life. I'm new here, but I don't blame you. If Tiffany is such a badass, she can come here. Tiffany thinks everyone has to come to her. That's right. Not happening. I offered them a link and their opportunity. If they want to talk, they can come here, and I'm not going to sit here and continue to talk about this. So, anybody got questions for me? If I can answer it, I will in a way I can answer it. Thank you, Crystal, for answering me this morning. I don't blame you about Tiffany. Thank you, Kiko. There's no getting along with her. Like, all she wants to do is fight with people, and she's mean. The things she says, the things she does, the people, her subs, she screams, she yells. Go ahead, Bushi. What's your question? That's right. They're not going to distract me. Not this time. Not at all. Benny had it where everybody was coming to strike me. I had to take my channel down before they struck it, and I wouldn't be allowed to open a new one. That's why my YouTube went away. Oh, I don't think that they are, Lucy Cat. I don't know. I haven't listened. This has been a lot of research and digging. And to me, it feels like I've gotten so far into this and I found this big connection. The truth is, in my opinion, the way I am looking at things under pure speculation, to me, it connects that there's some connection, but I do not think that they are married. Yeah, Becky, she is very condescending. I'm not streaming her live stream. I had it on for a minute. It was because she was streaming mine, and I was going to reply to what she was saying, but I'm not that great at StreamYard yet, never have been. So I don't know. I can't read my chat and share my screen at the same time. So I really didn't stream her much. 2 seconds. Jam 420, I don't know if he's married. I heard he is, then I heard he isn't, then I heard he has one name, and I heard he has another name. I don't know who Squad is in real life. I know what he looks like. I know the same rumors everybody else does with the last names. Be the Bean, can I ask how you got intertwined in a suit? Yes, that would be a fantastic question. So let's go back to the beginning, that I have never been able to get out because nobody will listen to me. The suit's stupid. It has no merit. Okay? Hold on. My desk is a mess. I'm going to actually pull my court papers out. And I will read with redacting names the suit to you. Okay? Hold on 1 second. They're all kinds of out of order. Okay. Okay. Comes now, your plaintiff, AT3 by and through Richard Phillips and in above style format would show unto his honorable court as follows. Jurisdiction and avenue. The state of Tennessee has jurisdiction over plaintiff's claims because both parties reside in Tennessee. I don't reside in Tennessee, okay? They are talking about Ellie Mae there. The General Sessions Court of Sullivan County, Tennessee at Kingsport is an appropriate venue for this action because the defendant, Jody Sue Brown, resides and committed the torturous acts referring to herein in Sullivan County. Next part, parties. The plaintiff, AT3, resides at blank, blank, blank by Dragon Lake and is somewhat familiar with the defendant, Ellie Mae, as the two spent their childhood and early adulthood living near one another and having mutual friends. It's in the court papers. I will redact it and put it all out later. I have to scan it. I'll make sure it's done today. Parties. The plaintiff, AT3, resides. I already did that. Mutual friends. Okay. The defendant, Ellie Mae, resides at blank, blank, blank. Defendant, Ellie Mae, has engaged via social media and videos posted online in a defamatory and harassing smear campaign against the plaintiff. These actions by defendant Sue aimed at discrediting, vilifying, and intimidating the plaintiff from speaking about the disappearance of Summer Wells. So she was suing Jody Sue because Jody Sue stopped her from talking about Summer Wells. Okay. Having continued to directly cause the plaintiff to suffer damages, including but not limited to past, present, and future. Let me make sure I have the right page. Severe emotional distress, and past, present, and future harm to past, present, and future social and business relationships. How does Summer's case and Ellie Mae intertwine into AT3's business relationships? The very first thing that came out was AT3 going on Squall's panel. Nobody knew who she was, under a fake name, to call Jody Sue. And I'm not sticking up for Jody Sue here, as you guys have seen, but I'm telling you how it went down. Jody Sue, this woman comes up on Squall's panel, okay? And she just starts trashing Jody Sue. I've been posting little clips in my shorts, video shorts. So you can go listen to some of that. I plan on getting more of it out. I have to go through it and make my content. That's how things are going to go out. I'm not going to rush to put my information out. Not for nobody. It's mine. It's turned into who it can be turned into. I can show you guys in 10 years. I don't have to show it. Okay? So anyways, AT3 gets on Squall's panel. Okay? And she talks all this stuff on Jody Sue. Nobody even knows who she is. Okay? So she came on and did the first attacking. Let me finish this. Okay. Severe emotional distress of past, present, and future harm to past, present, future social business relationships. The defendant, me, resides at, I'm not going to give you my address outright, and is the operator of a YouTube channel, Crystal's Crime Time. through which the defendant Sims has aided Jody Sue Brown in the public dissemination of false and injurious information against the plaintiff. Does anybody remember me saying anything defamatory about her? I showed a photo of her with an ugly face. And then I showed one more photo, which I took the background off of. And she had a Sherlock Holmes hat on because she said Benny was her son. Okay? She was writing me in the comments that Benny is her child and she was suing me for this picture. In my comments under different names. Okay? Alexandria Hunt, another Alexandria. There was like 5 of them writing me and they were all her. All right? Harassing me on my YouTube. Then players, my Jughead, and another person that's coming up, the other person, not Jughead, but players that are coming up in my story, also started to attack me in my comments, and I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of it. Actually, I'm almost positive, and I think I even know where that one is. So he started attacking me. Then I started looking at social media platforms and pictures and friends and likes and, you know, the things you do when you research. And I noticed the connection between these 4 people. Okay? I never said anything to anybody. I reached out to Shay. Or actually, I think that day Shay reached out to me. And I told her, I said, look, I am so sick and tired of Jody Sue saying we're coming to her house and we're doing all of these things to her. I said, I need to prove that we're not doing this. I'm going to reach out to her sister so they can confirm that they're not seeing this at their house. That's all I wanted. And to know if they knew Jody Sue was acting mentally ill, in my opinion, online. Shay said, yeah, do it. And she was all into it. Do it. I brought it up. I'm not going to lie about that. I thought it was a good idea to stop this woman from harassing us, you know, saying we're doing things. I mean, JSB was out there with the camera chasing fake people in the woods. Like, she was on the street, like, look, you see that truck? And I started to worry about her mental state, in my opinion. I thought she was whacked. Okay? So I reached out to her sister. Never in a million years did I expect these people to attack me the way they did. Okay? AT3 makes her second appearance. On that panel, she has Duchess in Chasing Truth, her, Squall, and I believe Piper. I have to go back and look. And again, they're sitting there. I think Squall even named the video like CZ Lies Again or something, you know? And these women sat on that panel talking shit on me, like never even asking me what anything was about. Not once. Everybody just followed Squall. Like, hey, come on, she has information. Because she's been with the Wills. No, what you don't understand is she has information because she has been there since the beginning of this case. Okay? Something JSB told me. I don't know if it was in this recorded call that I'm playing. If it is, I'll put it out there. If it's not, I'm sorry, tough shit. You know, I don't know. We've spoken several times on the phone. Not on the phone, but on the messenger phone. It's a fucking phone. I'm old, okay? So they go on to Squall's panel and they start trashing me. I'm pissed. I'm hurt. Okay? I was called a parasite. Piper was on there. I don't know if it was hers. There was quite a few of them. I can't remember the order. I'd have to go back and see. But for days, they just went back and forth attacking me, getting all my subs over there, people hating on me. Then I decided to go live. In that live, I think I had Queen Bee on my panel, another lady. Benny came up. I think it was the same live. It might have been a different one. I started my commentary as, and in my Facebook group, I posted, I'm going to post something and it's going to piss a lot of people off. So it was out there I was going to do this. Okay. So I go onto my panel and I said, listen, I don't know how to put this out, but I'm going to put it out. I don't believe Squall. I don't think FL did what she's saying he did. And I started to play a clip. Before anybody even heard the clip, Scott H went crazy in my chat. And then McBro attacked me. McBro, you were like one of my favorite subs. It was hurtful to see that. And for nobody to even give me a chance and tell people why I felt that way. I was never able to get anything out. So they stopped me in my tracks. After that live, Scott goes to his channel. And I have this and it's coming out because I don't know if he deleted it. I don't go to these people's channels unless I see a title on my wall that looks like something I'd be interested in. Okay. I do watch everybody, even if I don't like them, because it's always been my thought, if somebody has information that connects to another piece of information, we could stick it together and figure out where Summer is, right? Or what had happened or who did what, or, and again, that's my opinion, my theory. Anything I do in my live stream on my channel is all opinion and theory. Just so you know, I'm going to keep saying it. Hold on. Blocked. Yeah, just call out the bullshit, okay? If I see ins, because I don't have mods right now. I do delete my wrenches just because I see what has happened with other people's rogue mods. Okay, so anyway, so Scott goes onto his channel, and for 2 hours he sits on his panel just trashing me, berating me, telling me I don't know what rape is. I've assault. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. Telling me I don't know what R is, okay? Telling me I don't know when the P goes in, and it was horrible. It was like the worst thing. And it put me in a deep depression for days. Like, awful. Later that night or the night after, he goes on Ziggy's panel and trashes me for another 2 hours. And she allows it. So, Ziggy, when you ask me why I won't come on your channel, you could have put a stop to that and you didn't. It's your channel. Okay? So he gets on there and he starts trashing me again. The same manner, the same way. So, yes, I was pissed off. That night I had Benny on my panel. I explained to him, and I'll put all these clips out there. I still have that one live. Okay? Benny asked me, well, why did you go to Amy? You're doxing, you're this, you're that. And I said to Benny, just what I told Jins, that she's saying we're doing all these things. What does that do for us and our credibility in the next case? It ruins our integrity. So then they all got funny with it and started putting integrity in their backgrounds. And you hadn't seen what happened from there. I was trashed. I was belittled every time I made a video that they didn't like. They would come into my thing and leave nasty comments. I started getting mass struck Or at least I was getting threatened to be mass struck, but Benny did strike me. So I had to take my channel down. I was crushed. I've put a lot of work and time into this. I prepared to make a YouTube channel before I ever made my YouTube channel. Like, this is not the road I wanted to go down. This is not how close I wanted to get. When I reached out to Jody Sue all the way back in, I think, September, might have been November, or somewhere in between there, of 2021, it was with the intention of being her friend because she had been through DV. And I didn't like that the rumors were going around and that the videos that Squall posted sounded like she was in the Klan. Okay? Everybody took it like that. So I said to her, I understand how you feel about Black people. I don't feel that way. But it was something, I've put it out a million times. People got to pay attention to shit like that. I can't remember word for word. But I had made the suggestion that I understand that you don't like Black people. Are you guys still there? Because something just strange happened. Hey, Backwoods Bama girl. Can you guys hear me? I don't know why. It don't make sense. My internet's fine. Okay. So anyway, I forget where I was. Does somebody want to remind me? Okay, so let's just go into this. So anyways, I reach out to Squall at some point and I'm like, I tried to deal with it in the background. First panel she had with Duchess and Chasing and I'm on. I said, I don't understand why you're mad. Nobody told me I couldn't reach out to certain people. I put it out because I thought we were helping each other, you know? And she just went ballistic on me. I put like all this information I put out there before. Like I showed Jens what she said. She started accusing every YouTuber. She sounded just like JSB, you know? She started accusing every YouTuber of being bad and they're just ruining Summer's case. And it almost sounded like she was out to trash every YouTuber. I have them. I'll find them. Whatever I could find, I'm going to have to go listen to this, take notes, because my head is jam-packed with information right now. So, you were, say, friends with Jody Sue because people were dragging her. No, Bushi. I had reached out to Jody Sue before Jody Sue was ever dragged. Okay? I wasn't friends with Jody Sue. Our relationship started bad. Really bad. But I'm the kind of person that I don't quit. I don't give up, so I continued to message her all the time. Not all the time. It wasn't like a harassing amount of messages, but when I would see something, I would ask her about it. You know, hey, I heard this. What about this? What about that? And she would always give me the same slew. Oh, you're out to hurt me and this, that, and the other. Well, anyways, all this trashing goes on. They try to take my channel down. It worked, but only I took it down instead of them. Okay? I start messaging Jody the voice messages that Shay sent me. Okay? Because I've had background conversations with Shay, and she's very serious when she says she wants to do things to JSB. Just go look at her videos. You could see it. Like, go all the way down. And Shay thought she was cute, bringing up the outfits and stuff. And that's not the human I am. I like comedy, but I'm not going to bash somebody for their looks. As you see, they bashed me the other day for what I look like. I have reasons for the way I look. I have health problems and I've gained a ton of weight over COVID because I'm lazy. Like, let's just fucking be real about it. I was doing keto and I lost like 90 pounds and then COVID hit And because of my son's medical condition and mine, which was very good at the time, I couldn't continue the keto because I couldn't get out to exercise and I just became depressed. My son wasn't like had to be in the house double time. Like we had to really be protected because he's immune suppressed. So whatever. I don't want to get into the COVID talk. Let's go back to where we were. So, here I'm still offering for Benny and Tiffany to come up. Her live went black. Okay, so anyways, I start messaging Jody Sue the things that Shay sent me. It was out of anger. You're fucking damn right. And I'm still glad to this day that I did it. I don't care. That's just who I am. You're threatening somebody's life. But in the process, you know, these people like sent their subs. I had people in my chats on Alive Yourself. I explained the other day, Summer's Day, I made the most beautiful video. Somebody came in my chat and was like, you shouldn't be here covering Summer. You're the devil. Why? What did I do? I don't even understand what I did. And yes, Be the Bean, Jody Sue did start with Squall. I don't know if she ran from the panel. I don't know what that whole thing was about. I think it was because, you know what, I'm not even going to speculate on that. I don't know her and Squalls. Like, you just don't understand. Jody Sue told me information, but it's just like the same shit she said over and over with things added. Can you give me 1 second? Oh, sorry. I was talking to my son. So it's like every time I wanted to push this information and they seen I was trying to do it, they would do things to stop me, like gavel and Krama. You know, it was always a joke or always this or don't listen to her. And I really had like, I knew this stuff way back then because Valkyrie's Corner had put out a video. Some of the people's names stuck with me. Okay. Not all of them. I try not to, you know what? Never mind. I'm just not even going to say it. Anyways, Valkyrie's Corner put a video out. And back then, like, it was Valkyrie, Shay, me. Every night we would be in Valkyrie's lives. I thought researching, you know? And in that video, she's like, oh, yeah, me, Shay, Crystal's Crime Time. We're never going to quit. Like, that's what I thought it was. And it wasn't, you know? I guess I had the wrong idea. But Valkyrie puts this video out and she has some names in these videos. And I start to connect people to these names. Then I start to see employment, which Valkyrie put out. Like, the information's been there. And the Chase thing was going on, and everybody was accusing Chase of having the employment that these people had. And I just dug in. Like, I had a little bit of help from a friend, not somebody on YouTube. I wish they would come to YouTube, but they won't because of shit like this. But what narrative do I want to control? What narrative do you think I'm controlling, Boo Sheet? Tell me what narrative you think I'm controlling, and then I'll answer that question. The things I'm putting out are facts, and they're out there. I've posted links to websites in my community post to these people, the exact people I'm speaking of. You just have to figure out who they are, because by law, I cannot say names. I cannot give addresses. And I'm not going to do that because Tiffany Marie thinks that I should. Maybe if she read the riddle and tried to figure it out, she would get it. I'm pretty sure they already know what it is, because the creator I told everything to is in Tiffany Marie's chat. And she better watch it, because I'm about to put the shit she said to me out. Okay? I don't hide shit from my people. What narrative does she control? All the narratives. Let's bash Jody Sue. Let's bash Jody Sue. Let's bash Jody Sue. I mean, do you guys really get entertainment from that? From bashing the looks and if somebody farts and what boob size they have? She is a real victim of domestic violence. It's real. I heard it with my own two ears from somebody behind the scenes that is not a suspect in this case. Actually, I was on the phone with her one day and she got a phone call, not a phone, the recorder, not the recorder, the messenger thing. I'm old, guys, okay? I was on the messenger thing with her talking, not on video, and I heard somebody that is involved legally talking. So I can tell you right now, I know for a fact Andy is abusive. You guys can believe me or not, I did not record that. I was not recording at that time. I didn't start recording Jody Sue till the day she blackmailed me. It was that moment I hit the button. Okay? Hold on a minute. Block. See, this is what I mean. They send their trolls over. And it's just going to be harassment because I don't understand. I actually have, I'm going to put something out on that soon, Kelly Becker. I have something with that. I can't. I was trying to stay away from the marathon shit and let them have it and give them a little bit of information about it in hopes they would help me connect these people. But that's not happening. What's happening is that they're over there bashing me again. You know, like I just give up. So now my subs got the information. For those of you that like the research. But let me get back to these court papers because I'm all over the place. Okay, where did I leave off? Okay, here's the facts part. On or about the 21st day, okay, we're going to skip all Jody's stuff because that's not my business. That's between them. Hold on. Yep. I'm not in there. I believe it was number 6. Oh, here it is. Here's her accusations against me. Defendant Sims has released multiple online comments calling the plaintiff crazy and psycho and making bizarre claims about the plaintiff's credibility in these comments. What makes her credible? Can someone explain to me? Who thinks that if this court, put a 1 in the chat if you think she would have won this lawsuit. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she wouldn't have won this lawsuit. Right. Be the bean. It means nothing in court. And I did call her crazy. But you know what? Here's where she messed up. Everywhere I called her crazy, it was with her under a different name. With the screenshots. I didn't call her crazy on her one with her first name and her last name initial. I called it on the ones where she was faking to be somebody else. So she just said, and I'll show you screenshots later, that I was calling her crazy, which proved that she was harassing me. Okay? Because apparently that wasn't her in the comments. Well, obviously it was. Okay? So the point is I was ruining her credibility in the case of a missing child that she doesn't know. That's all I'm reading of these court papers, because a lot of this information is not mine. It's JSB's. I will post what I can, redacted, when I get a chance. Don't rush me. It might be later tonight. It might be 3 months from now. I already have some posted in places if you want to see them, find them. But anyways, moving on. I call down to Sullivan County, okay? And I'm talking to the lady about them suing me. And in the midst of this conversation, there's a whole other reason that it says she's suing me that doesn't even make sense. Like they put a fake reason in until we got into the courtroom or something. Like, I have to go back and look what my posts were. This wasn't filed intended as a cease and desist silencing. No, Danny H, it was filed. It was filed. I called the courts. It was 100% filed. Okay? But here's the thing. She says other creators didn't push her to do that. Krama, Gavel, and Shay, and Benny laughed about it, bragged about it, and said, wait till you get your court papers, and talked about it quite a lot. So those creators knew about it. They were bullying me about it as long as it wasn't her. And I'm really confused about what she has to protect in the case of Summer Wells, where she got on panel and said she's never met Summer. She doesn't know them. She's never met them in her life. Think about that. No, Jody Sue didn't file papers against nobody. AT3 filed them against me and her. She was suing both of us. She lumped me in to her lawsuit with JSB. Whatever they have going on and whatever JSB said about her, that's not my business. I'm concerned about myself, you know? And I'm not a rich person. We live paycheck to paycheck, just like most of America. And we only live on my husband's income and my son's Social Security because of his medical illness. And he's an adult, so I give him a majority of his money, you know? He likes video games. So I have nothing to take. So I don't understand why. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry, my husband's sleeping. He works at night. So he was coughing in the background. Okay, so, you know, and in every live she's on, I believe even the first one, I have to go back and listen. It's all about her businesses, her businesses, her businesses. What businesses does she have to protect? In the case of a missing child, she doesn't know. She's the one, just like JSB, she's the one that brought herself to the forefront, right? Killer looks. I can't speak on that right now. True school friend with the group. I'm looking I don't know his part, but I can tell you that he owns a clean wall business, sort of like Dawn did for the truckers. His family does. Yeah, Melissa, there's something going on. Yeah, I plead the fifth. There's more. There's more. I'd like to know how Killer looks knows that information. That's who was leaving me the other one in a group that I said I was going to get to. That's who was leaving me threatening comments about AT3. Mhm. And I looked I looked them up. Crystal, I have a special needs granddaughter. I have raised her entire. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bushi. Man, it's hard when you have a like, I don't want to make this about my problems. I feel like I'm always defending who I am. And it comes out like I've had this horrible life. And I have had a very horrible life, but I also have lots and lots of great moments in my life. You know, I don't want to talk about me all the time, but I'm always being questioned. You know, I had that Baton Rouge, she's on there trying to dox my son. Her and Krama are over there talking about my kid. Like, there's just so much that has gone on in the last 8 months since I first brought this information out. They have been doing nothing but stopping me, and I found a way for them not to stop me. And now the players are over there attacking me. I really do wish Tiffany, Marie, and Benny would come talk to me. I'd like them to ask me questions. I would like to answer what I can answer or what I'm going to answer. Because you guys have to remember, this is content. First of all, it's most important that it gets to the people it needs to get to for summer, right? I've done that. I've sat back. I've waited. I haven't had responses to my emails sent. I haven't had. I'm always told they'll get back to me on the 1-800 TBI fine number. Nothing. I've called the Attorney General. I have recorded phone calls on my YouTube. You know, like, I've been trying to pass information along or get it out there or point other, even creators I don't like, in a direction, but they don't want to go in that direction. They just want to stick on one person. I see a problem with that. I don't, like, I don't know. I have heart. I don't want to hurt people. We don't know that any of these people are guilty. Yeah, Bushi, kids are off limits. Danny H., I'm assuming they wanted to know what you know. Yes. Well, there is one creator that they're co-working with that knows everything I know, and I'm pretty sure they know that. Because when I asked her if she was working with them, a screenshot was sent to me. Or not a screenshot. Somebody had left in my comments. I can't remember who it was right now. I'd like to thank you for leaving it, that this creator and them two creators were talking behind the scenes. And when I asked this creator about it, she totally snapped the F out on me. So, and this is after I gave her information that she agreed I was correct with, and I have the screenshots of that. I don't want to put her name out there because I was hoping she was going to do something correctly. I was hoping she would work with me. Again, another creator I reached out to, but they're stronger. They have a bigger following, so that's the way it's always going to be. I'm going to get trashed, and that's okay because I don't give up easy. So I'll just sit here, and the ones that have the information, they can go research it. Hi, Annabella. Hi, Melissa. I plead the fifth. I didn't really. Lucy Cat. Olians, thank you for being here. Becky. Yeah, Becky, you're right. They probably would twist it. You know? Even after, I'd really like to know how it got around that I settled out of court for some sort of money. I'd like to know where that started because I'm going to tell you something that makes me think Jody Sue and Benny are working together. I think I even have the screenshot of Jody Sue saying it. I think it was in a messenger. Jody Sue wrote me and said, here's what they're going to do to you. They're going to go around and say that you settled out of court. She said that to me. Wouldn't you know, the next day Benny was on his channel saying I settled out of court the very next day. So how did she know that? And that's not even what happened. I don't attack. I don't ask crazy accusations, Scottish woman. I've been following. I'm in the background. That's how you research. And I've been following what's going on and who's in what chat and who has a wrench when they have a wrench, who's speaking, who's saying this. I've been paying attention, is what it is. What was the court complaint? I read that already, but I'll look again. Hold on. Comes now your plaintiff, AT3, by and through Richard Phillips, and in the above style format would show into his honorable court as follows. Jurisdiction and venue. The state of Tennessee has jurisdiction over plaintiff's claims because both parties reside in Tennessee. The General Sessions Court of Sullivan County, Tennessee at Kingsport is an appropriate venue for this action because defendant Jody Sue resides and committed the torturous acts herein to in Sullivan County. So that was about Jody. The plaintiff, AT3, resides at blank, blank, blank. Hold on. The hubby's coughing. Okay. The plaintiff, AT3, resides at blank, 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 and is somewhat familiar with JSB as the two, somewhat familiar, but listen to the next sentence. As the two spent their childhood and early adulthood living near one another and having mutual friends. Actually, I am going to read a little more into this because there was something else I wanted you to hear. Okay, parties. The plaintiff, AT3. Wait, I already read that. The defendant, Jody Sue, lives at blank, blank, blank. Defendant Brown has engaged via social media and videos posted online in a defamatory and harassing smear campaign against the plaintiff. These actions by defendant aimed at discrediting, vilifying, and intimidating the plaintiff from speaking about the disappearance of Summer Wells. Let that sink in. We have and continue to directly cause the plaintiff to suffer damages, but not limited to past, present, and future. Hold on, that's page one. I'm going to try to get these in order while I'm doing this. That's the notary. That's the drop. Okay. Severe emotional distress and past, present, and future harm to past, present, and future social business relationships. The defendant, Crystal Sims, everybody knows my name, resides at blank, 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 and is the operator of a YouTube channel, Crystal's Crime Time, through which the defendant Sims has aided JSB in the public discrimination of false and injurious information against the plaintiff. The actions by the defendant Sims aimed at discrediting and vilifying the plaintiff and drawing attention to defendant Brown's no-holds-barred smear campaign against the plaintiff have and continue to directly and proximately cause the plaintiff to suffer damages, included but not limited to past, present, and future severe emotional distress, and past, present, and future past harm, and past and future social business relationships. Okay. Facts. Let me read these because there's some stuff I just cannot say because it ain't mine to say. JSB's. All right, she had an issue with Jody Sue's video called The Laughter. Check out the timestamp of 2012, 2103, 5210, and again at 5247. That's what I can tell you. That's what her claims were against JSB. Hold on. Yeah, there's just some things to even protect Amanda I'm not going to put in here because I'm not going to bring that bullshit up. Okay. Yeah, this whole oh, wait. Here's a part of Jody Sue's I'll read. It's letter P in the claims. Okay. At or about 2. This is about a different video. At or about 2.0825, defendant Brown falsely accused plaintiff of attempting to have defendant Brown's child's father, Shrek, with whom plaintiff is blood related. Okay. There is one more part in here with me. I gotta find it. Defendant Sims has released online comments calling the plaintiff crazy and psycho and making bizarre claims about the plaintiff's credibility in these comments. Defendant Sims takes harassive and threatening tone and draws attention to defendant Brown's all-out campaign of character assassination. Again, the only thing I posted of her was a video of her on either Squall or CSI's panel where she called me a parasite and a hyena. Okay. Which, by the way, she was talking about me. So she's suing me for posting a video. She was suing me for posting a video of her talking shit on me. Okay. Plaintiff has reached out to both defendants requesting to no avail that they cease and desist with regard to their ventures to vilify the plaintiff. She reached out to me in comments on YouTube. Is that reaching out to somebody under false names? She reached out to me under false names in YouTube comments. Okay. The defendants are guilty of libel. The elements of libel are as follows. A party published a statement without the knowledge of that statement was false and defaming to the other, or with reckless disregard for the truth of the statement or negligence failing to ascertain the truth of the statement. The plaintiff suffered injury. Stalking. This is all towards JSB. I'm going to let her, but that's about it for me and them court papers. None of that happened. I posted a picture of her with Benny, and she demanded that Benny was her kid. Yeah, she wanted 20 grand, guys. She wanted 20 grand from me. That's what she wanted. I mean, there's just certain shit I can't put out and I'm not going to put out. They're court papers. It's for other people to put out. I put my part out. Please don't use real names in my chat. Bart, nothing against you. But I'm going to delete that, okay? Fuck. Oh, no. All right, just here on out, please don't use real names in chat. I can't answer to real names. The email address. Be the Bean, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Under a moonlight sky. Hey, Crystal. Hey. Right, Melissa. Exactly. Anybody can sue. It doesn't mean they'll win. Which is why I think, okay, let me go back because I didn't finish. So I call up Sullivan County and I say to this lady, you know, this is what's going on. And I'm explaining, and she's acting like you got to be there. Literally, I got my papers maybe like a week or 2 weeks prior to the first court hearing that was scheduled. So I was in panic mode because I didn't have the money to get to Tennessee. I didn't have the money to go down there. So Jody Sue calls me and she tells me this, and I'm telling her, well, I'm not going. Like, I'm going to lose. She can have it. Let her take it. I don't care if she wins. Because I can't get there. So it is what it is. And Jody Sue took that and twisted it last night and was like, oh, but she was crying. She don't have money. That's not the truth. I said, I'll take a Greyhound, I guess, if I have to. That's the cheapest way. And I'll just come home the same day by Greyhound. Literally where they're at is 6 hours for me. It's not that far. I could take a Greyhound there. And she turned it into something else. You know? No, I didn't pay. Who said that? That's what I'm saying, that girl. I didn't pay nobody. Nobody paid me. I didn't pay nobody. There's no money exchange in any of this. At least with me. What they did with her, I don't know. I want to know who said that. I want to know who said it first. Because I find it highly suspicious that JSB tells me that, and then the next day, Benny comes online saying the same thing. I mean, that would mean they're talking to each other, right? Or somebody's feeding information to JSB, which means you have a leak. Why did I post her picture, though? Danny H. Because she was on panels making fun of me. She was calling me names and talking shit on me. She turned everybody against me. People followed her and squall like, hey, a new person from the neighborhood. I listened. I was there at first. I asked questions in chat. I listened very close to what she had to say, and I picked up on things that I've been sharing in my clips when I listened. Oh, I understand, Eppy the Bean. You know? Well, that girl, she threw it out. She threw the case out right before we were supposed to go. Like, we had 2 court hearings. The first one was scheduled for the same day as the Boswell case in the same area. And I was like, they're going to be pissed. Like, why are they going to hear this? Somebody suing me so they could talk about Summer Wells. I didn't know that I had the credibility to stop somebody from talking about Summer Wells. If anybody was stopped, it was me. And I'm just really concerned, like, why is it that they don't want this information getting out there? She owns a private flying saucer. Sorry, guys. They own lots of caves in a lot of places. She lives very close to where, how do I put this? See, this is what I mean. There's things I can say. Where she lives is pertinent to the places that were visited that day and the places they swam. Like, you really got to look at a map. I can't give her information. Nope, hold on. Sorry, my daughter just came in from school. Oh, Malaya. Sorry. Who is they would be one in a marriage. That girl. I cannot confirm nor deny that. There is a twisted up picture in my community post that will do that for you. Mm-hmm. Can someone tell me who is the real? I don't want to fall behind. Warrior Bunny, I don't know what you're talking about. 1 second, guys. My daughter won't stop talking, guys. We're just gonna have to deal with her. She's in the kitchen talking to herself, banging stuff around. Oh, she's on the phone. You hear her? All right, child. Okay, too old to figure out riddles. I understand that, and I know this is hard, but I promise you, once you start putting just a couple things together, you'll see how they connect. Oh, my stars. Anyways, is Tiffany Marie still up there? Because I'd really like to talk to her. And Benny. Come on, man. Let's throw them another link. Yes, there is a flying saucer owner. And I've actually, like, if you look, I've put the answers out there. Like, it's right in front of your face. Just look at the names. Angie's Life. See, they're not going to come over here. Are they still streaming me? 1 second. You guys, I have to remember, never go live this time of day again. Okay? My house is busy. My notebook looks as thick as the family Bible. Did you see if you could get flight info? Well, I don't know how to do that. That's what I need help, guys. Like, I need help connecting this stuff. I've been stopped and I can't use names and it's hard. Like, it's not like I'm purposely trying to give you guys a riddle. I'm not. I want the information out there, but I have to do it in a way that I can protect myself. So I have to do it this way, and I'm getting it out the ends as fast and as best I can. Like, I really have to dig through things and listen to things before I post them. Here's the thing, I'm not going to put nothing out that attacks somebody in a mean way. Okay? I think the bullying has gone too far. I have children. Even though my youngest is 17, she's going to be 18. I have grandchildren. I have an example to set. I live in a really bad community. Like, I cannot teach my children and grandchildren that something like that is okay for their parents to do, but they shouldn't do it. I have really good kids, and there's a reason for that. I did have a hard upbringing, and I've gone their whole life putting them in front of everything and in the forefront. And the last thing I want to do is teach them that bad behavior. That's not something you do. Right, Danny H. Right, exactly. Like, if you notice from everybody who's been behind the scenes with the billboards, not one of them can come out and just give you the whole conversation from beginning to end. And I don't mean like the stuff they don't want out. I mean, just so that it makes sense. Cursed curiosity, I can't answer that because of the way you worded it. Please don't put real names in my chat. Okay? I don't want no real names. That's right, Bullshit. I have kids. I have a family. I have a husband. I have to protect us first. I mean, they're throwing frivolous lawsuits at me that I can't even afford to get to go to. Like, I'm not gonna put it out there where I can purposely have myself sued, but I will take one for the team if it finds Summer Wells. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want them to find this baby and I don't want to be intimidated. And I feel like I've been intimidated by a whole hell of a lot of people. I don't think it's fair. I had a good repertoire with my subs. I interact with my subs as best I can. I get tons of messages in Facebook, especially the last couple days, that sometimes I just have to shut the Facebook off. I don't mean to ignore people, but I can't research if I'm talking to everybody. I can't make videos if I'm talking to everybody. I just don't have the time to sit there and chat for hours and hours and hours, and that's what I'm finding myself doing. It isn't that I want to be mean or bad to anybody. Or sister cursed. Gotta check notes when I get home. All right. No, it's okay. Listen, I really do gotta get some good mods. I gotta figure out who them people are. Here's the thing. I have one main mod. She's not here right now. She's busy. But I wouldn't say main mod. I have one mod that I trust 100%. But because of the rogue mods, I have to go in every time because of just what I've been dealing with this whole time. It's just hard. I know. Annabella. I usually do. At the beginning, I had a whole bunch of TMs people in here demanding I go speak to her on her panel. Not happening. I'm willing to talk to them. They just got to do anybody I speak with as far as a creator goes, it'll be on my panel unless I feel safe enough to go to their panel. Lying ass, do I need a 5150 like JSB? Well, we don't call them 5150s where I'm at. And no, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Do you see this? Right, I plead the fifth. This is what's been going on. I can show you guys, like, the comments I were getting were so horrible. I'm just not going to deal with that. What's gaslighting, Danny H? You think I'm gaslighting? Can you tell me how? A 5150 is when they put you in a mental ward boost sheet. Maybe I need a vacation. I should go. But this is what I mean. Like, I get my wrench. I've never seen your name before. I really would prefer to go to personal friends to mod for me. I have a couple. I just got to write them. It's nothing against anybody. I'm just not going to pick anybody to mod for me. Not how I roll. Oh, thank you, Danny H. Okay, I was so confused. I'm like, wait, I thought she liked me. I mean, these people have an opportunity to come over here because I actually have questions for them. I want to know their parts in this too. I would like to see the very first text message from each and every one of them when it comes to Chase, Linda, Christy, anybody involved with that. I think the very first text, Penny, needs to be shown from each and every one of them. JSB, we don't see that. Yes, cursed with curiosity. crystalscrimetime@gmail.com. You can send. I'm also on Facebook and I talk to people, I interact. Anybody who's talking to me, you do know JSB lies about everything she has said. How do you know that? How do you know that, lying ass? You're the one with the name lying ass. That tells me about a lot. Yes, Jody Sue lies, but I don't think she lies. I think. Fuck. Quit trying to pull me to put myself in a situation where I. This person's going. Block. I let you stay for a little bit. I didn't get them. Hold on. I hope I didn't. Oh my God, what is going on here? Okay. He's blocked. If I blocked anybody else, I'm sorry. I don't think that I did. Yeah, rewind. I mean, it's full of information. The information's there. The links are there. There's a jam pack of information in them links. You know, they're pretty cool websites too. So, anyways, any more questions? She lies, but there are truths. Right. Yeah, Danny H. I can agree with that. I don't even know that they're all lies. I think she believes a lot of this stuff happened. I think her family should have stepped in and been nice to her a long time ago. Like I said, when I explained the Gremlin families growing up, I believe that to be true. I don't think that it was great, you know? Right. Like, for instance, the one short. Did anybody see the last short I posted? There's something in there towards the end of the short that I want you to listen to and research. And actually, I didn't even hear it till today. It was a relation to somebody I've been talking about. I recommend going and listen to it. It's like 30 seconds. One sec. I can understand that. Yeah, right, Danny H. I agree with that. I'm not saying so as a multiple trauma survivor. Eh, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. I'm sorry. Right, Melissa. I tried peace several times. I'm just over it. There's no more peace for me. They knew what information I had. They're stopping it from coming out. They're trying, and this time they can't. That's all there is to it. Demanding things from me and right, warrior bunny. Listen, I don't know what part JSB plays in this, but I'm going to be honest with you. I really thought she was being set up for a very long time by Shrek. Certain things like the short I put out today makes me feel that way, you know? Right. Boo, she does. She puts herself, and that's the thing. This is why I can't get 100% behind her, and this is why we didn't click. The information she wanted, I sent her what I had. It wasn't nothing, it was all court stuff, okay? Stuff for court to prove who said what, when, where. I sent her some of that stuff, but no, it's just so hard. Like I told her several times, I don't understand why, if you don't like this, you're on here. And she did give me a really good reason at one time. It wasn't money. I'm not going to repeat it. She said it a million times why she's there, you know? I don't, it's speculation and opinion, it's an opinion. Um, I think some of the words she uses, look, I don't even like these people. Benny pointed something out last night to me, something huge. And I've noticed it before, but then I let it go away. I didn't think about it. I need to go back through her videos and see if it's true what I'm thinking, but he noticed her jewelry, okay? That she has a wedding ring that she puts on, but not all the time. And I feel like that is a hint. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like that is a hint to something. You know? Like I feel like the jewelry, hi Joe. I don't know. This case is so crazy. Like you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. You just don't. All I could do is tell you what facts I found. And the facts are that there's a flying saucer owned by somebody who's been on panels trying to sue people. That's what I can tell you. And that there is a director of a business that sells red airplanes, if you catch my hint. Right, Danny H. And that's what I don't like, you know? But I will tell you, when you talk to her, like it feels like she wants to tell you stuff, but then she'll back away and get real cold. Like, she hates you. You know, one minute she acts real friendly, and the next minute she's just like, oh no. Like she accused me, we had somebody who unalived himself in my family, and she accused me of pushing him in front of the vehicle that he unalived himself with. And it was at that moment I was like, yeah, okay, I see where this is going. But I honestly don't know if it's just something wrong upstairs or if it's done on purpose. It's really hard to decipher her, you know? But I will tell you, I've had some very friendly conversations with her, and have heard some things behind the scenes about her ex that I know to be true. And I'm not going to state them. I didn't record them. That's legal. I probably shouldn't even have heard them. The call came in while we were talking. Yes, Lucy Cat, I believe that, and maybe something else. Yeah, Danny H. She's very ruthless. You know what I mean? Like but she does, like there's moments you get a heart out of her. She doesn't show that on YouTube as much. I will tell you that when you talk to her on the phone or messenger thing or video or whatever, her voice is much clearer. So that's something I picked up. I understand how easy it is to let your mind wander. Oh, cursed with curiosity. I'm the one that, like, listen, Squall brought Jody Sue out, but I was the one covering Jody Sue. Nobody else was covering her at one point. Few people were. I'm not going to say nobody. I have every video. I have a lot of videos. I've deleted a lot of stuff, but I've kept a lot of important stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to call anybody names or say what they are, or things like that, just because I've been through a lot with this. Like, this lawsuit really did have me up in an uproar. Like, I'm angry, and I feel like I have a right to be angry. And the point is I want to know why I'm being stopped. I don't understand it. I don't understand why a woman who has never met Summer is protecting her businesses because she said Shrek sells candy. You know what I mean? Or they traveled. I just don't understand how anything that has been done destroys her life. And why is she so hard to protect it? Or was she purposely going on her to sue people? You know, like, what kind of heart do you have? You're suing somebody over something so frivolous. You don't want your face out there. You're talking in a missing child's case. And then the actual lawsuit says because you're being stopped from talking about a missing child and it's destroying your credibility. Like, what credibility do you have? You're not a law enforcement agent. Joe Popowick, right. And it's because the way she left, let me see if I can find that court paper. It's the wording in the court papers. I haven't really researched it to find out if it's true, but many have told me that because of the way she dropped the suit, that a suit could be refiled. Hold on. I'm looking for him. Plaintiff through counsel in pursuant to Rule 4101 of the Tennessee Rules and Civil Procedure hereby moves to dismiss this cause without prejudice and tax the cost to bond filed and any remainder to the plaintiff. So she ended up, I guess, having to pay her attorney, but the without prejudice is what she can use to resue me. So I have to be really, really careful about what I say and names and yeah. Mm-hmm. Boo sheet. It hasn't gone unnoticed. Like, I don't know. Do you think it's a game? And she had someone write it up because, yes, I do. I think it was a scare tactic. That's what I'm saying. I feel like JSB told AT3 to bring it. And then when it got close, she was like, no, fuck it, drop it. You know? Like, I don't know what it is because the accusations, even in the court papers, they're insanity. Yep. Yep, Danny H, you got to stay covered. Yeah, that's true, cursed curiosity. Maybe she did. I don't know. I don't know what's between them two down in Tennessee. I'm in Pittsburgh. I don't watch at that point when all that was going down. I didn't even have time. I was so busy trying to defend myself and get people to listen to me and why I was saying what I was saying. Hi, Sugar and Spice. Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice. I love the name. No, JSB never asked me for money, but I will tell you there were times that she seemed down and out on her live streams and I'd want to cheer her up and I'd send her a small cash app. There was a time I sent her $20 in her messenger, surprisingly, and it was like out of the kindness of my heart, like days she was having rough days. It was just to say, hey, you're not alone. I want to be your friend, but it's always, we're not your friends. I'm not your friends. I wasn't begging her to be my friend. I was trying to be an ear for her and hoping that, I don't know what I was hoping. I've never done anything crazy like this in my life until now. I don't even know how to put what I have been involved in the last year and a half, Did JSB? No. Okay, hold on. I already read that. Yeah, Joe, I agree with you. Right, be the bean. I'm trying to be the better person, I guess is what you could say, just to be a decent human being. Listen, I grew up in a life of domestic violence and hurt and pain and being shoved to the side, the black sheep. As a kid, I was always in fights, suspended from school. Like, seriously, I had to grow up quickly when my son got sick. Okay. And I know the feeling of being pushed aside, and I feel like I felt bad for her. And then it just got really worse when I started to see what others were doing to her, and not just her, but her one child in particular that was underage. Um, I involved myself a little bit with her son on the hill because, let's face it, I got sucked in. That's what it is. I seen stars. I did things that I followed the crowd. That's not who I am. I don't follow the crowd. I also don't want to be the leader. I want to work with people. There has to be a middle ground, and there's just not with them. I don't understand why. It's confusing. Right. Under a moonlit sky. But I mean, and I do, and it is a theory, and it is speculation. But I do know, like, the things these people own to be true, and just how close something is to something, and names. And I know the stories of why they were fighting, and the bullshit about the green airplane. It's not a truck, by the way, but close. I'm just using airplanes in place of planes, trains, and automobiles. Okay? Right, I plead the fifth. Right, Danny. Or even the reason behind it. Like, because if we go back to it, like, it's always been to protect Squall. Like, how weird, taking stuff off her YouTube, putting stuff on. She has video games of men kicking people, telling them with the title, I'm going to piss on you. Like, there's something, in my opinion, pure speculation, not right upstairs there. Like, she's just, I don't know. It's strange behavior, in my opinion. Hi, outrageous. Yes, I plead the fifth. Like, the things she does. And listen, guys, before I came to YouTube, I mean, I've always sort of been here in the background, but before I came public in YouTube and had the balls to make a YouTube channel, I followed the groups, like tons and tons of Summer Wells groups, and she was in every single one of them, doxing people and pushing the FL stuff, and they got sick of her and they kicked her out of every single group. And then she got mad and came to YouTube, and the first thing she posted was the old videos of JSB, which I agree. They're not the way normal people would speak, normal adults, and especially with children around. And to me, it didn't show abuse from one to the other. So, just like many of you guys, oh, I have a mod. Hold on, let me check. Where's my phone? Oh, I don't know where she is. I haven't been following that saga. That's not my business. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I'm trying to get things I believe, my opinions that can be used as facts in Summer's case, that connect the people, that connect the Summer in some way. And flying saucers, private flying saucers, and unregistered red airplanes worry me, especially when they're as close as they are, close enough that one would get on panel and even trash her own sister. You know what I mean? Would your sister do that? Oh, thank you, outrageous. I'm baffled. One second, guys. This time of day is busy. Usually I'm sleeping and just waking up right now. I'm a night owl. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. I offered to talk to people tonight. They don't want to talk. It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to go to their panels. Yeah, Danny H. Yep. Anything else? Let me see if I missed. Squall was up on the hill kicking it with Candace and then tried to say she wasn't, and then she said she was flipping weirdo shiz. Yeah, like, my thing with her is, I explained it the other day, but I'm just baffled by, why do you go to a missing child's house under a name and involve yourself so deeply that you're making videos, throwing things at people, and then disappearing, and then coming back months later, but this time bringing the beer theory out? Like, it's like she's trying to take attention off of something else, in my opinion. I just don't understand. It was said to me by JSB that Squall was actually the one that started the marathon. I'd like to know if there's truth to that. She lies about everything. I just don't even know how to take some of the things but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to take me a time to get out what I can get out. I have to go through and re-listen again. I don't want to put out nothing fake or makes me look insane again, because I was rushed. The whole rooster video was because I was rushed. I couldn't get it out correctly because I was being attacked, and I wanted my information out there before my channel went down. And yeah, didn't happen. I figured out revenge on her end because of the unsold property, which makes me feel like she is involved. That could be a theory. I don't think it is. I think they really wanted to keep strangers out of there to keep the goings on. Hold on, my dog's inner sneezing. One second, guys. Okay, quit. Oh, yes, outright. I know. We're good. Oh, my dog. I don't know what his issue is. Chico, come here. What are you doing? Okay, so, yeah, the trolls were here much earlier. Wait, I am not even where I should be on chat. Holy cow, guys. Yep, the disappearing act, creeper going to people's houses. Squall said she came up with the idea but didn't have a big enough platform. An idea for what? That t-shirt fraud game on JSB. I have that. Want it? Yes. Yes. I do. I'd really, nobody's ever going to post it, but I'd really like the last 10 minutes of that live. I think it's gone for good. I don't think it should come out, honestly, because they're going to court over that. But I would really like to hear it, because I do have something Jody Sue said, but I can't put it out unless I have. Let me ask you, what do you remember about for those of you that watched the marathon, what was your takeaway during the last 10 minutes of it? I want to see if it's the same as mine. Oh, yeah, I plead the fifth. Definitely. I agree with that statement. It's crystalscrimetime@gmail.com, Joe. Yeah, cameras weren't working. Well, I'm really confused about that, because in one sentence she says people have stolen the cameras from the trail cams and that there's SD cards. And then in another sentiment, it's they were moved because Dobbs the day before. But if that was the case, when did she have time to do that? While she was walking the banks, Andy wasn't there. Like, it didn't make no sense that they could even have time to move those cameras unless they were like rushed to do it. Like, let's do it right now. The cameras don't make sense to me. That's, you know, Warrior Bunny, everybody's been in contact with him. I've been in contact with him. We've spoken a few times in Messenger, and he doesn't give information. He doesn't want to talk. All he does is defend Dawn and God. Like, it's weird. It's just another strange. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that. I like White Boy. I watch his channel. Yeah, nothing about the cameras makes sense. Nothing about the screen makes sense. There's just so much about this whole case that doesn't, like, it's. There's no timeline that makes sense to us. Hopefully, the police have a better timeline than we do, because I don't know. According to JSB, she said she still has the SD cards, and I don't buy she was searching for no Creek. Yeah, I can't. I agree with that. I agree with that. There's a lot of things I agree with. There's a lot of things I disagree with. There's a lot of things I agree with and then think, well, it could be because of this, and go through, like, it's been mind boggling. You thought my riddles was hard? This whole case is hard. The whole case is like a damn riddle. I didn't mean to play games with people. That wasn't my intentions. I just want my information out there. I've been stopped, and I found a way to not be stopped by putting it out there. And it's just to find summer, guys. You know? In my opinion, these creators have made it about themselves, and they've done so much damage that now they have to defend themselves and block information from coming out because they don't want to say their part. That's what it comes down to. They all have a part. Now, I'm not saying the parts were done on purpose. You know, Danny H. Nerdy Addict said he came across the jammer on Ben Hill. Now, make that make sense. What's a jammer? I played the fifth. Right, Danny H. Every possibility has to be explored. Right, Kiko. How can he deny knowing them? They were like practically neighbors in her family. Like, she lived in his backyard. The church is owned by her mother. Did you know that? When JLR went through the woods with Brandon, that little church they seen, that's Marlana Crawford's mother's property. Right. I don't think she was neither. I don't understand it. I don't like, okay, so here's something. I don't believe nothing Fred Hill says. Nothing. Like, that dude's super sketch. There's so many ways people can tie into this. You know what I mean? But something he said to me that makes me think it's AT3 is if you listen to one of his, I'm afraid Ziggy will strike me, so I haven't even gone back, but I do got to go back and listen to it. There's a part where Fred says there was a young girl over there before Summer went missing with Andy, I believe. I can't remember. I got to go back, but he mentioned another girl, and I think that girl was AT3. I don't know. I have to go back and listen. Speculation. Oh, jammers to prevent visual and audio. Yeah, Warrior Bunny. I'm still trying to figure out, like, they won't even answer what the fire pit's for. See, I believed Fred. I plead the fifth. I would like to believe Fred. There are things he says that I do, just like Jody Sue, truth and lies. The whole, there's bones back there. That is a setup, and it's, in my opinion, laughing at what could be of this missing child. So I didn't find that very funny. It showed me what kind of mind he works with. The other thing is his charges in Virginia. Nobody's really brought them up. Virginia court records have all of that. Someone needs to check the grave of the first responder. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, the bones thing was blown way out of proportion. Well, I don't think it was. I don't think it was. I think that you have a missing child, and if Candace and Dawn are not guilty of doing something to her, they had to hear that. They had to see it all over there. Can you imagine the feeling in your stomach if you thought your kid's BONES were, why did I spell that? The bones were right there. Like, I don't think that's funny by any means. I think it's disgusting. I actually have to agree with Tiffany Marie on that, you know? So the tire and camp set up camp. Miss Robin, I find no weight to that. And I'm going to tell you why. Hold on, I got to grab something. They live in the woods, okay? It could be that was a spot where teenagers would go to drink, or like there's no proof. You have to find DNA or something of Summers there to say that that is what it could be. I mean, I don't know. In my woods, I could find couches, and there's like this weird cabin house down there, but I know kids go down there and they party. Like, we don't know what the reason for a site is. Is it something that should be looked into? Yes, I believe it is. It is weird, but I don't think that leads completely to, in my opinion, yeah, like a party hunting area. Right, Miss Robin. That's what I'm thinking. Uh, um, TLG, my answer is going to be yeah to that, to what you said. Mm-hmm. That's the whole, I'm not going to name. I want you to pay attention to somebody who's constantly leaving the same. There's a code between Benny and this person, I believe. I've put it out there. Figure it out. Sorry, another riddle. I just really got to be careful what I say. I'm not, and this one I don't even have to hide. It's just for my own personal reasons. I don't want to talk about it yet. Yeah, they could have been mixed. I don't think that was ever anything real. I think it's really dark humor. It was funny. It gave me a Scooby Doo video to make a video out of at first, but after sitting and thinking about it, like, that's really gross. And I really think people should look at the yeah, I think the Brandon thing was fishy too. I really think people should dig deeper into Fred Hill's charges in Virginia. I think they're pretty serious. The whole, I mean, he lost his kids forever because of them. He went to jail. There was pews involved with children, and people were trusting this man. You know. Yeah, I believe, Miss Robin, I think Brandon did that to try to get the YouTubers out of the area. Like, maybe if we show them something, they'll go away. What they didn't realize is that it just brought more curiosity. I forget. Um, it's on the border of Tennessee and Virginia. You could Google search it. Things come up, and it's been talked about. His criminal records there. Camp is a party, hangout, smoke, etc. Right, right, Joe. Exactly. Like we don't know what that camp is or what it means or what it stands for. In my opinion, it looks like something that has been used multiple times. That's not saying that it can't be evidence. Was it ever actually searched? Do we know that? I mean, I'm sure the area was searched, but it confuses me because that's supposed to be the area that was searched. And you would think, even if it's not evidence, that the police would take that down and make sure there's no DNA on anything. So that's where I have no faith in Hawkins County and what the searchers did, because that shouldn't even have been there for Cam to find, in my opinion. But I don't know that it's relevant to the case, if that makes sense. Yes, Joe. Actually, Junior Hill. Junior's the middle name. Cam would know better. Yeah, I know he found it. Yeah, he did find it, and that's good. That anything to search or look. I don't personally believe he should be going there at all. I don't think he should be there at all. I don't think anybody should be there at all. Like I said on the last live I did, I've made some amazing friends with people around that area. We don't even always talk about summer. It's not research or anything like that. There's truly good people down there. PI say, wait, I lost that. Yeah. I don't think the land was fully searched. And I really get angry when I call. Now, I've made several calls to Sullivan County to ask them if they searched for summer. At one point, I was told there's a lead detective in Sullivan County on the case, which there should be because she lives on a county line. Like, seriously, that Brandon's property is the county line. The kid that walked through the woods, that property he was on is Sullivan County and Hawkins County meeting together. Um, oh, I must have missed that one. Yeah, the timeline. The real timeline's never going to come out. It's been so convoluted. We're never going to hear the real timeline. Mm-hmm. Joe, you probably found what I found. Now tell me, should people know that information? Just yes or no? I know people have found it, or is nobody researching? Like, is it just we talk to him so we can get clicks? I mean, I think that's what that is. Because they don't bring out none of his bad stuff. I mean, this guy was accused of pewing someone in the neck, which I really don't care because the guy he pewed in the neck is involved in a lot of racist goings ons, motorcycle crew type shit in Rogersville. So I just, these people are bad people down there. These people are heartless. The things they do, they have no, yes, see? You probably found stuff I didn't see. Whatever you find, please email me. I'd really appreciate that. I don't know about no pictures. I don't know what that's about. Oh, yeah. Danny H. He aimed and pewed at children. you take something into consideration with that? I mean, I'm not going against you. I just would love to hear your thoughts on that. Oh, I'd like to see that, Joe. Thank you, Outrageous. Yeah, show some love. Hit that like, please. I don't know where I'm going with my channel, guys. Yep. Yeah, I don't expect them to be saints, but if he doesn't care about his own children, why would he care about Summer? Is my point. You know? And yes, it's okay to disagree, Jam 420. It is. I'm okay. I'm a person that can be okay with somebody else's opinion. I like hearing them because if I can connect them later on, like, oh, I remember when so and so said, or I might not even remember a name. You know, who told me, you know? It does, Danny, it does bother me that the fact that he could harm his own children in that way, why would he care about somebody else's children? I know witnesses are not saints. I'm just saying there's no reason for me to believe that he can't be part of something, especially when a lot of bad things go down with his family, on his property, behind his property, with the people he connects to. Like, it's really, he connects to MC, he connects to COAS, he connects to Shrek, and everybody they're related to, their family. Do you think if you have a family member that's a neighbor, are you going to know nothing about them? Yeah, Danny H, I don't think it's everybody in proximity has a motive. I think it's lower level crime attached to a bigger organization. Like, the things I speculate that they do up on the hill is cook something and moonshine. I just, I really got to be careful. I really don't want to ruin my channel again. Right, Danny. And the other thing is that you guys, I'd really appreciate it. I've been begging people to go back and listen to my Linda and David Britt videos because you really would get a better feel of what that area is like and what the people do. And you'll hear names that you've heard before and how they connect. It started with Crystal Spencer, but it led me somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's how I tied all these people together. Well, no, it ain't. There's several ways I tied people together. Several. But one of the paths I went was through Crystal Spencer's mother and David Britt. Right. TLG. Right. Danny H. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Lower level. I mean, I have a lot. There's a lot of information jam packed in all that set of Brit and Crystal Spencer's mom videos. It doesn't exactly give us any information, but it tells you how the people connect. Susanna, I can say it because her name's fake. She's chicken on a stick. I can give a fake name. Right. It is. It's about her environment, the people around it. And if you listen to Dawn very carefully, he's really, really leery. I think that people he's talking about and Jose has talked about naked in the yard, I think that is FH. And that tells you something. Here's what I'll tell you, chicken on a stick. I was told, oh, I don't know how to put this where I won't get in trouble. Mm, okay, let's forget that. Someone with the same last name. I didn't get a first name. Someone with the same last name as Marlena is who JSB said owned a red truck. Okay. I don't know who that is. I don't even know if it's true. I don't know if I take that as truth. I have to go back and listen to it and see what the dialogue was before and after before I put that out. But she definitely told me it was somebody with that last name. She didn't tell me a man or a woman, or she didn't tell me none of that, just that it had that name attached. Yes, very at risk child. Extremely at risk. At risk. I just, yeah, Joe, but see, the thing with that is that's her all the time truck. They say it's been searched. I don't buy that that was the truck that was seen that day. I think it would be in a crime that would be too noticeable. Too many people down there know that truck because of the amount of time that they've lived there, that they would have seen it. I think there's more to it. And I think if you go by my fairy tale, I think the people that run the airplane lot um have a bigger chance of not being found. It could be that they're saying somebody told us, but it could be that the police actually seen this airplane on the road and was unable to get a registration number or a license plate because these people have a lot of unregistered red airplanes. Like, I'm talking a big company of unregistered red airplanes. I mean, it's just, critical thinking. And it's my opinion. It's my opinion's pure speculation, you know. Danny, no, I don't. I think that's all gaslighting and bullshit. The yellow, like, it don't even listen. Here's how the yellow thing came in. Everybody's talking about a yellow car, a yellow truck, a yellow this was on the property. We already know that that belonged to Dudley. Like, it's already out there, it's already fact. Both have admitted to it. That yellow is just mumbo jumbo to take people in circles. Yep, the NEH, they do. Just like all the kids and all the people in the area know all them woods too. They've lived there their whole life. It's eons and eons of family. You think they don't know how to get through them woods? They do. No, Joe, her story of the airplane was she seen it days leading up to summer for months. And then came a story about she seen it at a flea market, and everybody was like in the Facebook groups was like, yeah, no, that's somebody else's story. Somebody had called in a tip and JSB went with it. But when she tells me the story, it was one that she seen there too at the flea market, at the yard sale or whatever. Oh, I don't remember that TLG. Yeah, I plead the fifth. Multiple stories. But the yellow one, in my opinion, is nothing. It's a big nothing burger. Long driveway, cabin pushed in the middle of the woods. Yeah, well, I don't think I understand what you're asking. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, yeah, in that story, she would say, like, when she'd go down to get the mail or meet Andy at the bottom of the driveway, as she often did to go out and eat, that they would see this truck and that Andy even seen the truck. And then she would give, like, details, like, I seen his tattoos and I seen this and I seen that, which doesn't make sense because you can't see all that from somebody sitting in a truck driving. However, I wonder if she was given a description of this person that's related to Marlena. I do have a funny story that JSB told me. I don't know if it's funny. I don't know if it means anything. I don't know if it's true. I have it recorded so I can prove that she said this crazy stuff. But she told me that Robin and David from the church that night came in with the same type of car that Dawn and Candace had, just different colors. That when they came up, they all had the same car, and she thinks that the church bought Dawn and Candace the car. I don't know if you want to look into it. I don't think that that's the case, though. Yeah, Danny H., the thing is that there was never really a yellow car. Oh, okay. Dawn stated that the police told him they seen a yellow car speeding miles away from their house. And then that was Dawn's setup. I don't think the police ever told him that. In my opinion, that was a setup to set Dudley up. That was his first. Oh, I think Dudley did it. If you understand what I'm saying, like, I just don't think the yellow car plays any role at all. That's my opinion. You guys are welcome to have your own if you think it did. I'd love to hear it and how you think it connects. You know, I think they amped it up when they discovered that JSB bought one that doesn't even run. I don't even understand what the point of that was. Yeah, I plead the fifth. I think so. I think Dudley was. Yeah, she did say that. Yes, she did. But I don't follow her because she's also said crazy shit. But Jody Sue said that too. So it's very possible, like maybe something to look into. Did I read the court papers on Dudley? I have read court. I've went all through Dudley's history. He has charges down south, Mississippi, but it's something to do with, you're never going to believe it, airplane lots that he owned. I don't know. Yeah, I just thought about that. I haven't looked into that. Yeah, I played the fifth. I remember. I don't. Uh, um. Hmm. There's a lot of things I agree with that other creators come out with, and then there's just things that I think are completely insane, but I come out with some completely insane shit too. So I could see where it gets up. All right, Danny, send it to me. I'll read it because maybe I missed something. Please send it to me. I must have missed something. I'm just so over the whole vehicle thing. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no truth, no story, no facts. There's an Amber Alert. They could have only issued with a vehicle. There's a vehicle that has no, man, guys, this case makes your head spin, don't it? Does your head spin when you're trying to take in all the information? Yeah, I'd like to read that, Danny. Please send it to me. crystalcrimetime@gmail.com. Yeah, thank you. I plead the fifth for being here. Thank you, Kitty Cat, TLG, Warrior Bunny, Danny, TLG, fifth. Benny and Tiffany, I tried to give you a chance to ask me questions. I read my court papers. The case was thrown out. No money was ever given to me, nor did I pay any money to anybody. So you can just knock that out. What JSB did, I have no clue. Right, TLG, they do. I just want to know how Benny got information stating that I paid a lawsuit off. I mean, I have a right to know that. He said it 10,000 times. Who told you that, Benny? Like, I have questions for you, too. You want to talk to me, you're going to come to my panel and answer my questions. All right, guys, but I've been on here, 2 hours. I usually only try to do an hour. I'm so grateful for you guys coming and listening to me, and I hope you understand more about what has been transpiring. I hope people remember how it went down. That's all I can do. But other than that, I want to move on. I'm ready to get my channel the way I want to get it. I have some ideas, some change arounds I want to do. I want to do different things. I want to find activities. I always wanted to be super interactive with my subs. Okay, so I love music. I do post a lot of music. If you don't like it, I apologize. I apologize for the language. I like rap music. I like classical music. I like country music. I like everything. I just like music. And I don't know. If you don't like it, just don't listen, please. But don't leave me, is what I'm saying. Like, you don't got to leave because of my music. Just tell me I don't like your shit. You know? We know how it went down. Can't wait for your channel to grow and grow. Thank you, Seashore. Thank you very much. I just, I don't want to be pushed out. I don't even care about them creators. I just want to do my own thing. I like to research on my own. I like to make videos. To be honest with you, my favorite thing at this point right now is to make the funny videos. I love putting the cartoons together, and I have bigger ambitions than just crime. I'm teaching myself. YouTube has been a really good educational tool for me to learn how to use my video editing software. So this is I don't know. But you're welcome, Lucy Cat. All right, I am going to go, or I'll just sit here and chat forever. My husband's looking at me like I'm up. Let's go. So you're laughing. So I'm going to get off. Yeah, he said sorry about the yawning and coughing in the background. Oh, Chica's been working. The kids have been here. The phone's been ringing. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I love you all. Thank you for coming. I hope my explanation helps. Tiffany and Benny, I'm willing to give you a link the next time I come live, but that'll be your last shot. All right. Bye, guys.